stories they have told you. You picture these things, you visualize them. And then because you're an empathetic person, you feel their pain. The only thing is that while they're telling you these stories might have some truth to them, but chances are that 80% of that story is a lie. They're only giving you a good 10, 15, 20%. That's why the narcissist never feels attached to anyone. That's why they always view people and view you, no matter how many years you've been around them, no matter if they're family, they view you as, you don't really know me. You only know what I allow you to see. And I believe that Harley Quinn was viewing the Joker, their childish actions and their behaviors and their tantrums and their anger. And I think that what happened is that there was that empathy for seeing all those behaviors for what they are, like this grown child that's throwing a tantrum, and it's almost as if they're taking all their hate from their childhood, from their parents, from the people around them, from their disappointments, from their failures on you. And you're kind of like, trust me, I don't have a reason to lie to you. Trust me, I don't have a reason for you not to trust me. I don't know you. I haven't done anything to you. I've been through my share of problems as well. And I wouldn't want to do that to anyone. And that's how you're viewing them while you're trying to understand them. And I think that a lot of us grow to love these people because we see the anger and all these negative emotions, and we see some of those things in us. And we realize that instead of this person relating to us or helping us, they basically just want to drag us down to how they feel. They don't want you to succeed. They don't want you to get out of that grievance. But they feel as if they can actually get you to understand how they feel and how they view life, they feel as if you're almost like their therapist, like this is why they need flying monkeys and people around them to manipulate and control and to twist stories, but reassure them that what their delusion is, it's true. And while doing that, they feel as if, well, I got you guys to really believe, these different things and different emotions, because I know that's what you guys want to hear. But in a lot of ways, as they're dragging you to understand their emotions and why they are the way they are, they're also letting you know, at the same time they're letting you know, I know I am this way. I know I'm this way because of this. I know that a lot of my anger issues stem from this. A lot of my trust issues stem from that. Or this happened to me and this is why. Or I have to treat people like this because, after, I went through so much and no one cared, I finally didn't care for anyone else, and now I decided that this is how I'm going to live my life. And I understand you said that you're not like everyone else, but you have to prove it. And no matter how much you prove it, I know eventually you're going to fail me. And when you do, I know that it's not going to work out. And the thing is that you're trying to perfect yourself for this narcissist to be whatever they want you to be. Dress, talk, behave, everything the way they want you to. And no matter how hard or what you do for them, they never appreciate you. And there's this frustration that grows inside of you. This anger, this sadness, this feeling in you that's uncontrollable. That feeling that you feel, the narcissist feels all the time. So when they're seeing you act out, there's an amusement in them because they know that you are feeling how they feel inside. The only difference is that when you finally can't take it no more and you're telling this person how you feel, and you might be crying or you might be emotional or you might be angry, they're just giving you this blank stare because they're like, hey, I feel this all the time, but I always keep my emotions in. Look at you. You can't keep your emotions in the way I do. You're weak. I can keep my emotions in. You can't. And when they do finally go off, they're kind of like, you made me do it, and they'll go off over the smallest things. This is why they're impulsive, and they'll go off over anything, and they create arguments. And not every time they create problems means they're going to cheat on you. That's just part of their nature as well, is to create problems because of what they feel inside, and then they take it out on you because they've already seen that they've implanted that pain into you. So now they're like, let me dump this load on you since you know what it feels like. Let me keep dumping it. And you're kind of like, hey, why would you dump your load on me? Why would you keep creating dump? Why can't we just stop creating dump and live happy? And they're kind of like, I can't stop because I feel like this all the time. You don't understand me. You don't know me. And you're telling them like, I do. I feel your pain. I feel everyone's pain. And I have pain as well. And that would just anger them even more because they're like, well, that means that you're not broken enough. And you could have went through the same things they've went through, but they feel as if you're not broken enough. And, what's so crazy is that while you're feeling like this, you're literally looking at them like, I know why you feel like this. You understand it. You might not know how to express yourself to them the way you would want to. All you can really tell them is that you understand, but they feel as if you don't. And then not just that, but they will have conversations with you where they might sound as if they are finally being open to you. They're finally letting you in. And what's so crazy is that when you have those moments with them, when they're finally, it seems like they're letting you in, you might be shocked, or you might even feel even worse, and, or you might be more forgiving, and they know that because they know they've already pushed you to the limit. And, when you forgive them, they look at you as if, look at her, look at him. They have no idea that everything I've ever told them was a lie. They have no idea that I just wanted them to see me as a victim. They have no clue. And they have no clue that for just these couple of minutes, or just for once, or this conversation that we're having, I'm finally being honest with them. But the crazy part is that I'm actually not being 20% honest. I'm only being 50% honest this time. So a part of them still feels as if you don't know the truth. And on top of that, they're going to add lies, things that didn't happen. While it seems like they're telling the truth, they're going to add lies to that conversation because they're testing you. Everything is always a game with the narcissist, and you're literally depleted. Like, I can't play any more games. I love you. I've showed you. I've done everything, I've lost so much. I've went through so much. I've suffered so much pain, all type of things, that people just don't know. And To them, it's just, okay, well, let's see. I'm going to test this out to see if you're going to tell anyone these things that I've told you. It's always a game. Everything they do is a game. The thing about a narcissist, this is why you have to stay awake. If you go into the job place, anywhere you go, the narcissist is always playing games. I remember when I was younger, my grandmother used to leave money around, like on the table. Like she'll leave like $20, and when she had company, like when she had strangers come in her house, she would leave like $20 on her counter. She just wanted to test people if they would just take it. So she would do that when she had company. She would just leave money to see if they'll take it, and then she'll know if you can or can't be trusted. And it's not like she did it one time. She would do it every single time people came over, and every time people came into her house. And I never understood that until I got older, and then I realized. And not saying that's a horrible thing to do. But what I'm saying is that the narcissist mind is constantly preying on people, constantly playing games, So they're literally looking at you like, okay, I'm only telling you 50%. I'm going to test you out to see how long you're going to go without either telling someone or using these things against me when we get into an argument. Because when you finally do, I'm going to use the things you just told me and disrespect you, and I'm going to tell you that those things were a lie. Meanwhile, you're having this intimate moment with them, and they're just sitting here playing more games. And this is why I say it's like the Joker, like the Joker's playing games on you, and they love being the villain. They love that. They love that you're trying to figure them out, but you can't. But deep down, you have, because you've been around them so much. Because even when they don't necessarily tell you things, you can always feel when they're lying to you. A lot of times you can feel when they're with someone else. You'll have dreams, you'll have intuitions, you'll have things that come out of nowhere to let you know. Sometimes you might ask the universe to show you, and then boom, it just happens right away. Or you might say, I just want to know, like, is this person being faithful? And the next thing you know, their phone rings and then they're not answering it. And then you're just like, whoa. It's like, no matter how much the narcissist tries to make you feel like you don't know them, deep down, you know that you know them because of their energy. Energy just never lies, no matter what. After a while, you feel their energy. You're like, is this person a pedophile? Is this person gay? Is this person... All these thoughts come to your head because you get to the point where you can kind of read. They wanted you to feel their pain. And what they don't understand is that people with empathy have such great power that when you allow us into your pain, we can read your thoughts. We can see through your eyes, and they want you to look into their eyes, and they want you to tell them what you see, but they will deny what you see. They will deny your reality. They will gaslight you. And then once you, like I said, once you figure them out, it becomes a real game to them, because now they feel like, okay, now it's time to destroy you. I had enough of playing. Now it's time to kill you off. And you're wondering why. And they're feeling as if, because if I kill you off, I'll have more energy to sustain myself, because I'm in a lot of pain. But watching your pain makes me feel better. This is why narcissists love gossiping. This is why, these are the people that are into some people that are in, not everyone, but some people that are into church, but then they're gossiping about people. They're not helping the people that really need help. They help strangers, but they won't help their own family. They're not forgiving. They're not willing to give, to receive from God. bad from the higher energy that they have within themselves. They don't have true awareness of who they are, and they don't have true belief in the Creator. And these type of people are very low vibrational people, and the narcissist will let you know in every single discard that everything that they've done to you, or if they said to you, they don't feel bad about it. They don't feel bad about hitting you. They don't feel bad about spitting on you. They don't feel bad about breaking your things. They don't feel bad about yelling at you, pulling on your hair, choking you, kicking you, throwing you, pushing you. They don't feel bad about embarrassing you in front of company, embarrassing you in public. They don't feel bad. And what's so crazy is that they know that there's so many narcissists around, that they know that they have this army around them, but they're trying to make you feel as if little old you has no power. And I think the beautiful part about the situation with the narcissist is that they show us that we have a dark side. They bring that anger, they bring that pain out of us, but then we choose to be good, and we choose to vibrate on a higher level, a level where we're not stressed about money. We're not, even if we're broke, we're not stressed about money. We're not stressed about things because we know that we'll have it. We know that somehow things will happen for us, even if it's in the last minute, because we believe, we have faith, and we're aware of who we are, where we are, what we've became. And the narcissist sees that, but they're literally like, how come I can't get up there? I don't know how to get out there. I've killed so many spirits and I still can't get there. But you can't kill those spirits. You can't kill good, because good will just resurrect, become alive. And when you become alive and you hold the power, that's where you can create whatever you want for the narcissist. But for the most part, you know that they've tried to kill you off. You know that they've tried to kill you off, and you know that you don't want to hurt them, but you know that you want them to at least understand or go through what they've put you through. And that's what the narcissist knows, is that most of their supplies, when they wake up, they have the power, and a lot of times they take their power. And even if they don't take their power all the way, the narcissist feels it. They start feeling depleted from everyone. They don't care about people. They just care about energy. And that's how they get their energy, from the pain of others. But they can feel the depletion. This is why they spy on people. They're like, why do I feel this bad? They start spying on their past supplies. They're seeing that people are moving on, they're doing better, they're healing, and this angers them even more, because they're like, it took me so long to destroy them, but in a matter of time they were able to change their life around quicker than the time that it took to destroy them. And here I am trying to destroy them just to get some gain, and then when I get my little gain, I lose it quicker than what it came. And it took me long years just to get this, and I didn't get anything. And look at you, you got everything that I didn't want you to have. And they know that. They know that. This is why they embarrass you in public. They embarrass you around people. They embarrass you in front of their family and friends, because they know that a lot of people are driven by sin, and a lot of people aren't smart enough to think. There's two sides to the story. Some people are aware and they just stay out of it. They don't say anything. and they know that you're a good person. And when you look them in the eyes, you can tell that they know that you're good. And they're looking at you, but without saying anything, but they're looking at you like you deserve better. And you ignore that too. And once you're aware, you realize that narcissists team up together. The narcissist feels as if, hey, I can just disrespect you because these people, they don't even know why they're going to have my back, but I know why. Because they're a villain. They know that people who are like them will automatically side with them. That's why you might think to yourself, why is it that I was out and the narcissist embarrassed me and I couldn't help it, and I kind of, broke down a bit, and it was other narcissist men or women that got together and they all started laughing at me, or they all started saying things to me, and we didn't even know these people, or this woman just came up and started trying to flirt with the narcissist, and the narcissist started flirting with her in front of me, and it was like they knew each other, they're driven by evil, and they're connected to each other through evil. So the narcissist feeds off evil, and in order for them to feed off you, they want you to become evil. It's like they're chipping away at you as time goes. They're chipping your faith, your belief, your creativity, your ambition. They're chipping at these things slowly, and you're not even realizing it. And then eventually you're just like, I don't have anything but the narcissist. That's literally how you view life. It's, I don't have anything but the narcissist. How can you allow someone to control your whole reality when you have the power to control your reality? And I think what the narcissist does is that they wake you up to realize that so many people in your life were controlling your reality, your parents, celebrating holidays and they're controlling your reality. A lot of people, but everyone taught you things, and it's time to finally be free, finally explore and create based on everything that you've been taught, because now you have the actual control. You know every type of emotion. You know what true evil is. You know that evil wants you to empathize and lower your vibration through sex, through drugs, through many different things. That's why you can never what are the words I want to use? You can never abuse anything. You can't abuse drugs. You can't abuse, be addicted to a person. You can't worship anything but God. Put yourself first. Clear your thoughts. Be alone sometimes, without music, without anything, in nature, and really think about your life. Think how far you've came. Think how bad it could have been. Think about all the positions the narcissist left you in where you thought you weren't going to make it and you made it. And even if you're down again, know that you will be up, because belief is everything. And the narcissist made you believe that they were a victim. And that's where you have to wake up and not feel sorry. This is how they make you feel sorry for them, to make you believe they're a victim. And in the end, they're having that aha moment, like, You believed everything. And it's almost unbelievable that a person could really go years or months or invest so much time just to hurt you. It's sad. And even after they play you and after everything you go through, a part of you will always still feel sorry for them being assholes and pathetic and low down, sneaky, aggressive, angry, mean, hateful, vengeful. These people are very revengeful. You disagree with them or you do something they just don't approve of, they won't even tell you that they don't approve of that, and they will use that to use you and play you. And years later, they're like, hey, I played you because when I met you, I saw you walking with this one guy in front of your house. And then years later, you're like, well, that was my brother or my cousin. And you show them, they're like, oh, well, that's why I did it. And you're just like, so you don't care? And they're like, no, I don't care. It's like watching a freaking bad episode of freaking Catfish, and they're just looking at you like, yes, I did it. But I've been through stuff, and, start crying, they start yelling, and then they show you they don't care, and then they go back and forth between crying and I don't care. So, that's part of the game. The part of the game is that narcissists, are not victims. They like to hang around other narcissists. They'll have other narcissists come after you. Be very careful. They'll have their narcissist friends hit you up online or bump into you in person just to see if you're going to take the bait. And then, they'll find that they'll want to abuse you more. They just wanted to see, oh, you took my friend's number. Okay, you took my friend's number. And you're just wondering why they're playing these games with you. Especially even years down the line, you're wondering why they're playing these type of games with you. And it's because they're always playing you. And that's why they're trying to find reasons to justify their actions. And then, at the end of the day, these narcissists are going to stick together. It's how they say, how they say bros before hoes. Really, they're the hoes. And, I don't know what type of weird stuff a lot of these men and women are into. But the more you know about the game and how it's being played and all this stuff, it makes you not want to trust people. But you have to understand that these demons are men and women. You can say what you want, but they're men and women, and it's a lot of them, and you have to know that when you have good energy, no matter how much evil is around you, if you keep believing, people like you will come into your path to make your dreams come true. And it's a beautiful thing, you guys. So have faith in yourself. Do not believe the fictitious stories, and do not feel bad. Do not feel, it's okay to want people to change, or you want people to see things the way you want them to perceive them. But the narcissist perception is something that you will never understand, even if you tried to, because they don't want you to understand it. And even if you do understand it, they feel like you don't know how they feel, because they like what they do. They don't see anything wrong with it. They feel as if they've been doing what they've wanted for a long time. It's like a child with no boundaries. And it's like if you were raised a savage, you can't learn how to be anything but that. And if you try, you're only faking it. You're only holding it in. This is why they know how to treat others with respect and know who to talk to. But then they talk to you, disgusting, and you're wondering why. Because they're keeping all that anger and everything they feel, they're keeping it in. They're keeping it in while they're with these people, but when they're with you and they're so comfortable with you and they finally know that you know how they are, they're going to take it out on you, and that's just how it is. This is why the new supply and other people get it good. You got it good at one point. They weren't being as abusive. You might have seen some red flags that you overlooked, but they weren't as manipulative and abusive. And yeah, they could have been, but they've always been abusive, but they weren't letting you see it as frequently or as harsh. And then you realized, that you overlooked things because you thought things would change. So do not feel bad, because they're never going to let you in all the way. They know that their aggressive side. They know that their pain, that they're in pain. They know these things, but they will never allow you to have a happy life, because that's not important to them. Other people aren't important to them anymore. They don't care about other people unless they are doing something or beneficial or helping them, even as their, just their image alone. Everything is about them. And, if you have a glimpse and an understanding of what's going on and how they are, you just have to understand that there's no changing that. Anytime, you think this person is going to be different, you have to remember these things, because the energy that they have when they're doing things will manifest in front of you. This is why people conserve their energy. This is why people, conserve their energy from people. So, I leave you guys with this message, and I will talk to you guys on the next one. Have a good one.